plenty of parking spaces over there, and you're getting loud with
Write me
me.
a damn ticket then.
I will.
But it's kind of rude if you're interrupting me,
Well,
isn't
it's
it?
kind of rude that I'm in handcuffs right now. You expect me to be happy? I'm not.
Corrupt cops are always up to shady business, but there are some rare moments where they forget that their body cam is on, just like in this first case where an egotistic cop turned a simple ticket into an arrest. October 8, 2023, Officer Cook stopped at a local shopping center in Florida to get lunch. That's when he observed a truck with a boat in tow illegally parked in the fire lane. After a while, he was able to get hold of the owner. Things quickly got heated.
License and registration and proof of insurance, please.
Hey, my truck.
Okay, well, someone can get it for me.
What's the reason for that, though?
Because you're parked in a fire lane. And it says no parking. Yeah, well, if there was a fire in this liquor store,
Park at, man.
I don't know, out in the parking lot.
Do you see anywhere in this parking lot to park at, dude?
Yep, absolutely. There's plenty out there.
Not when I pulled in. Fucking bullshit. Look at your shit for you. It ain't my truck.
Well, whose truck is it?
It's his. I just told you that, dude. Ask him.
You understand why I'm frustrated, right?
I work here, I understand.
Okay.
Dude, there's nowhere to park. And it's like,
There
I
are
feel like there's a
plenty of
million
places.
things to look at.
There
And you were
are-
scouting the parking lot. I knew when you were sitting right there, you were going to get me when I walked in.
Then why did you park here?
Because there was nowhere else to go when I went in.
There are plenty of parking spaces over there, and you're getting loud with
Write
me.
me a damn ticket then.
I will.
You little ego too high for that little fit you got on.
Yeah, okay. What is your deal?
You, bro.
You are in a parking spot that if there was a fire in this liquor store right now, I don't give a crap.
In 5 minutes, bro.
I don't care. You're breaking the law.
And you're mad about it because your ego's too.
I have no ego. You know what I came here to do? I came here to simply go get a lunch. That's all I came here for.
Give me a ticket. I don't gotta listen to shit you say.
That's fine.
Any trained officer would have enough de-escalation training not to argue back with the citizen. Cook writes the ticket and circles back to the truck to snoop around for more charges.
Do me a favor, roll down your front and back windows,
Can't
please.
do that, buddy.
Yeah, you can.
You weren't driving it. When you gave us the ticket, it's for sitting still, isn't it?
Nope, I can go ahead and check this too.
Oh my fucking God.
Where did you get your law degree from?
What was that?
Where did you get your law degree from? Huh? Your law degree? Did you get one?
Oh,
okay, that's what I
none of
think
your
so.
fucking business, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the windows down for me, sir.
Keys are inside of it. Wants to get us for anything you can because you got.
Yep, that's good. Go ahead and roll this one down. Thank you.
Bullshit, dude.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself, you know that?
Cook was able to find that the windows had an illegal tint on them, and he wrote that down as an additional charge. After that, he went to confront the driver and saw an opportunity to get back at him.
I'm not listening. You need to shut the mind your fucking business. Mind your business. Sit your ass there.
Now you're disturbing the peace.
Bro, get your hands off me, bro. Bro, you see this? You see this shit? You see this angry little? Look at him, bro.
Nope. Your attitude caused this.
My attitude, you're mad because I called your friend, bro.
My friend?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're mad, bro. That's all there is. You're mad. You have no right to arrest me right now. For
You're
what?
disturbing the peace right now.
How's that?
I have all these people right now that...
Why don't you get him for parking up on your traffic stop then, huh? Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
He can walk up on the traffic stop all he wants.
Stop.
Oh, 11 Alpha 82 Central. Can I get another unit to my...
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but they're really insistent. I'm trying to be nice, but like...
He just needs to shut his mouth.
Well, you're letting him fucking egg it on, aren't you?
Shut up!
Nope. Good in turn.
You hitting me up or what?
Yep.
It ain't gonna stick. I don't care.
Stop.
You think this shit's gonna stick for real, don't you?
It don't matter. You're going to jail tonight.
Without so much of a warning, Cook grabs the driver and throws him to the ground. He calls it disturbing the peace, but this arrest was fueled by a hurt ego. Cook then fills in his buddies with a drummed-up lie.
He's causing a ruckus out here. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's not saying, you know, too much to people that are going by. Somebody's walking by, and as they're walking by, he's telling them, you need to chill the fuck out. And then he starts yelling and screaming, causing a ruckus over here. So he's got all these people that are going into the store that are all just stopped. So we got disturbing. I got him for disturbing the peace. I got him screaming and hooting and hollering in front of people that are going inside. So I got disorderly all day long.
Okay.
That's not what happened, and Cook's own body cam is proof of that. His arguments weren't threats to anybody, and his actions are protected by the First Amendment. Cook's supervisor arrives on scene and tries to understand the situation.
Yo, what are you doing? I'm knocking my head on the thing to turn some AC on. It's hot in here. Yo got me he put his cuffs on as tight as he can because he's mad. Lower your voice.
He has been like this the entire time. The whole time he's been disrespectful, absolutely bratty, and it's absolutely ridiculous. All he had to do was simply abide by what I was saying. He's parked in a fire lane. I said, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance, and immediately that's when the attitude kicked off.
Nothing on me, dude.
Bryson.
Besides a ticket.
Shut your mouth. It makes it.
Go get the footage of him slamming on my head. Go get that shit.
I did slam you on your head. Why? Because you were mouthing off to a citizen that was walking in.
You're telling me a citizen's allowed to walk up to the traffic stop and start cussing me out?
A citizen can walk by here and say whatever. It's freedom of speech.
So I can say whatever I want back. Yes or no?
No, you were actually causing a disturbance.
So you're saying I'm not allowed to cuss back, but
you were causing a disturbance.
Okay, just answer my question. Yes or no? Did he walk up and start cussing me out? I wasn't here. I'm asking him. See how he's walking?
Here we can see the double standard plain as day. He didn't take the bystander's offensive remarks as interfering with a stop, but he took the driver's reply as disturbing the peace. Next, we can see Cook being A-OK with parking in the fire lane when he wanted a witness statement.
Were you a witness? Did you see what happened? I didn't. Could you pull over here for a moment and fill out a sworn written statement for me?
No, I don't want a ticket.
You're not going to get a ticket. Just pull up here and or park over here and I just need to get your ID real quick. Were you a witness? No? Okay.
All right. Okay, good. Good.
It's called disorderly conduct, ma'am, and that's exactly what he was doing. I mean, no disrespect to you. Yeah, it was disorderly conduct, and that's why I'm arresting him now.
Florida statute defines disorderly conduct as any act that corrupts public morals, outrages public decency, affects the peace and quiet of others, involves fighting or brawling, and constitutes a breach of the peace. What the driver was doing was just freedom of speech. Cook then lies again to his supervisor.
He's working on it for you.
That's fine. No, so I mean, so let me give you a rundown. So he pulled up here. I was just coming here to grab lunch. I parked over here. He pulls up. He sees me. He even said on body camera that I knew you were going to do this to me when I saw you. So he pulls up here, doesn't move his car. I pull my car back over here. I thought maybe somebody was inside. I'm tapping on the window. Nobody's in there. So I go inside. I'm trying to make an announcement over the loudspeaker to have someone move their car. He comes up to me. He's like, "It's my car. I'll fucking move it right now." So he comes out. And he immediately starts giving me attitude. Just attitude. So I start writing him citations. Okay, I wrote him a citation for the parking. I wrote him a citation for the tint on his window because he's got illegal tint. And then I wrote him for no proof of insurance. Before I even had a chance to write for the or hand him the citations, he started mouthing off to a customer that was going inside because the customer was like, "You need to chill the fuck out and calm down." Now there's 3 other people, including this lady here, who witnessed the entire thing. She said that he was acting like a complete and total ass. And then I took him down to the ground because he was, walking towards that other customer. As he was walking towards the customer, he kind of had like a aggressive.
Come back? Give him like verbal command?
No. At that point in time, I just said, "Now you're going to jail," and I took him down. Okay. I put him in handcuffs.
Alright.
So I got him for disorderly in the citations.
Who's the other people saying that?
That's how corrupt cops blur the line between right and wrong. Cook's own body cam never showed him walking towards the shopper he was arguing with. In a written statement, Cook tries to bend the story again, where he states that, as I approached Early, the driver, I noticed that a crowd was gathered at the front entrance and was now watching the incident take place. And once again, that was a blatant lie. The driver was taken to jail and eventually the charge against him was dismissed, after which Cook was investigated for disciplinary actions. While the last officer is being investigated, this next female officer is going to be facing a big lawsuit over her actions. On September 5, 2023, contractor Bradley Conley was resting in his vehicle in a parking lot of an under-construction shopping center where he was building a store. That's when Officer Tafoya approached him to start.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going there. I'm building this store right here. I'm just watching.
Okay. You got stuff in there then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just locked it up.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license with you?
What do I need that for?
So, I want to verify that you are supposed to be here. What kind of store are you guys working on?
We're building a family deli.
Okay.
If you want, I can just open the door for you.
Okay. Who's a good contact?
I'm him.
What do you mean I'm him?
I'm the guy.
So, do you have any paperwork or anything? I know you might have a key. You said you could lock it up or open it up and stuff like that.
I just
Do you have?
locked it up. I just got it back.
But do you have like a contact number that I could verify, like who you're leasing the property from or anything like that? So I'm a little confused. Normally people don't have any problems identifying themselves.
Well,
because I know you're doing construction from here. You told me that that's
Is that
good.
what it usually is? Nobody has any problem?
So the other thing is it's after hours. It's kind of weird to have people, even construction workers, to be on site at this time of day. How can I verify that you are supposed to be here besides you having a key to that place?
I guess just come here during the day.
Well, I don't work daytimes. You don't want to give me a phone number and you don't want to identify yourself to me.
Well, it's not that I don't want to identify you. It's just that have I committed a crime? I don't know how
So yes,
it works.
unless I can verify you are supposed to be here, then you are trespassing.
Is that how that works?
So you're on private property, yes sir.
I don't know how trespassing works.
Yep.
So if you're on private property, you're trespassing? That's the trespassing law?
Bradley was authorized to be there. He wasn't trespassing. It was up to the officer to investigate his claims. He was in his rights to not tell her anything. Tafoya then calls for backup so she could have a sidekick while she harasses the man.
Do you mind if I step out? I don't want you to...
If you just want to hang tight, I have another officer coming,
Sure.
so we'll just hang out and we'll wait and we'll just go through that. You don't have any weapons or anything
There's
in your
no
vehicle?
weapon, not one weapon
Okay,
in here, no.
okay.
I mean you no ill will or no harm. And I don't mean you any disrespect whatsoever, but you're not going to get my ID. I promise you that. I'm not committing a crime. I'm supposed to be here. So it'd probably be best if you just left me alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, that's just the way it is. That's the law.
What do you mean it would be best?
You got your body camera?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. You'll be on YouTube, and it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal because if I haven't committed a crime, which I haven't, it's going to be best for you, your department, everything, as far as looks, if you just did the right thing, did your job.
Would you mind, while I'm here, just keeping your hands where I can see them?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, sir.
That's why I asked you if you want me to step out.
And like I said, we'll wait for my partner to get here and
Okay.
we'll go through all of that.
What was your name?
I'm Officer Tafoya,
Your badge number?
17-8.
That was very good.
All right, Officer Dressel, so we're going to go around to the other side. This gentleman agreed. He's going to step out of his vehicle.
Okay.
He's refusing to identify himself. He said he's not going to identify
what
himself.
I said was,
and that it'd be best for
she
us
wanted to just make sure
leave.
she was here alone.
So
Make sure that
I do have an open
I don't
container
want-
there. So. And he says he's not trespassing, so we'll go around and...
Okay.
Okay.
So do me a favor, set the car off. Thank you.
3531 Modular, Oklahoma plate.
You want to detain him?
Yeah.
Come on
Charles
out.
Paul Mary 496.
I'm going to put my shoes on if you don't mind. Well, just if you don't mind opening the door so I can at least see what's going on down there. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, I see the wrench and stuff, so.
Yeah, all my tools are right inside that building too.
Okay. Oh, you got a little partner there. Hey,
Yeah,
buddy.
she goes everywhere I go.
Oh, young lady.
And like I explained to her, I have no ill will, no weapons in the car, so.
Okay. Is there a reason you don't want to identify yourself?
I'm a constitutional right advocate first and foremost. Second, I just build stores, and I've been down here 7 weeks building that one. Making sure there's been some suspicious, weird activity, and there's been other officers around here.
She's not going to come out, is she?
Bradley was extremely cooperative and even stepped out of the vehicle while he didn't have to by law. That's when Tafoya did something illegal.
She might. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So, sir, I am going to detain you, okay? I do need to identify yourself. You're refusing to identify yourself.
What, have I committed a crime? I know I've asked that. What's the crime?
You're trespassing, and you do have an open container in
I'm
your
on
vehicle
private
as well.
property, right?
Yes. So I do need you to go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back, please. Turn your hands, please.
35 we have one.
And I don't obviously consent to any search or seizure.
Do you have a wallet or anything on you?
I do not.
The reason she gave for detaining him was that he failed to identify. This was not a crime scene. She wasn't investigating anything. Nobody called her to trespass Bradley. She detained him only because she wanted to exert dominance. Understandably, Bradley was upset, and it showed.
I know you said you've been previously contacted by law enforcement. Have you been contacted by law enforcement
Here.
at this address before?
Well, yeah, they stopped by all the time. Not contacted, they just came through and seen how I was
okay,
doing
okay.
when I was working.
Well, that's completely different, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Was that daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime
Okay.
and daytime, both. But I'm not answering any more questions, and I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
And I have a campsite in Fruta up here.
So how could we mediate this
I
or
don't know.
mitigate this for
I'm
next time?
not talking. And either way, it doesn't matter to me because I've litigated before.
So whose car is this?
Sir, I don't answer questions.
Well, it's not yours.
I
You're
don't
not
answer-
the registered owner.
I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay, so
I haven't committed a crime.
yeah, you have.
What crime?
You're in a parking lot of a closed business.
Not a crime,
Nothing's
sir.
open.
Not a crime.
And you are trespassing.
Trespassing, that's not
Absolutely.
how it works, sir.
Next, the other officer on the scene tried to cop-splain to Bradley, but he wasn't having any of it.
Well, let me speak for a second.
Articulate it. It's
So-
on camera. I just
Okay,
want it.
so a reasonable person who's in this situation who says, I know the owner, would say, hey, if we call this guy and he tells you that he
I'm
knows
a
me,
constitutional right advocate. You don't have the right to just come up and put me in handcuffs and demand that I ID, sir. Without due respect.
Copy. Yeah,
This
it looks
isn't
like
Nazi
it's
Germany.
not.
you're absolutely right, it's not. And a reasonable person in a situation
Can
like
I-
this
can I
who
have your
says,
name and
yeah, my name
address?
is Officer Dressel,
Officer,
2017.
if you could get a supervisor out here, that'd be awesome.
So, yeah, we'll work on that.
Okay, thank you.
So
Now,
a
other than that, I don't answer questions.
reasonable
and
person.
I'm not committing a crime.
Okay.
So you're doing this all without me committing a crime, and I know the law very well, and I don't break it.
Okay.
And this ain't breaking the law. And you can't just come up and either detain or arrest. Now, if you tell me you're going to arrest me or else me give you my name, I will. At any point during this. If you say, hey, my name is Brad, by the way, because you told me your name and badge number, I appreciate it. Hey, Brad, we're going to arrest you if you don't give me your name. I'll give you my name gladly. Other than that, I have nothing more to say, and you're not getting my name or fingerprint reader or any of that. And there's nothing illegal in there, but it'd be really nice to let me put on a sweatshirt right there. It's kind of chilly out there. Or just let me go.
So, I know you don't want to listen to us and you're not going to, but
I'll listen to you.
this all could have been, like,
It
you
could
say
all
you-
been okay if she walked up and said,
No,
what
no.
are you doing? And I said, hey, here's what I'm doing. I'm building a store.
let me speak without interrupting me?
I mean, with all due respect, once again, I don't want to hear it, man. I've heard it a million times.
Well, I don't want to hear it either.
I don't
okay?
want to hear cops playing. Well, what are you going to do? I've already told you. I'll give you my name if you say you're going to arrest me if I don't. Otherwise, kick rocks. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're violating my rights right now. I've said it several times, I'm saying it again. I haven't broken a law, and you can't tell me a law except I'm trespassing, which I'm absolutely 100% not. Like I said, there's no reason for this. I have no ill will, no harm or nothing. You could take these off and I could put a sweatshirt on. They're going to end up coming off anyways. You just are used to stepping up on people and stepping on their rights, right? It's so ugly. This is why I do this. Maybe after this you'll have a better understanding and maybe you'll treat people with respect. My channel's got several officers fired that have laughed, and I've warned the same way. I know you're not understanding. I see it in your face. Coming in hot. Is this a supervisor?
Yes, sir.
We can see that it was freezing cold out there from Bradley's breath. The officers weren't even decent enough to let him wear his shirt. Now, with the arrival of the supervisor, would these pigs stand down?
Hey. Good evening.
Here, your first name is Brad.
Sure. What's your name?
My name is Corporal Mosier.
Corporal?
Yep.
Okay, and your badge number?
17-5.
1705?
17-5.
17-5.
Yep.
It's cold out here, and these are not doing anything. I'd like to be able to put a shirt on.
Okay, I would like to be able for you to do that too.
Okay.
But we have to proceed with our investigation before we
Okay,
get to
go
that
ahead
point.
and proceed then.
Okay, so it's my understanding the officers told you were contacted for trespassing.
Yeah.
I get you have a reason for being here.
Yeah, and that's not how trespassing law works, and as a
Okay.
corporal, you know that.
Yeah.
If you guys don't want me here, the owner, which they don't care if I'm here,
Okay.
but say they did, you'd have to ask me to leave and give me the opportunity to leave,
Okay.
and I would.
So we operate our contacts based off reasonable suspicion, which
Right.
is what they are doing.
Right.
Which gives us the authority to identify
What's
you.
your reasonable articulate suspicion that I've committed a crime?
Yeah.
What's the crime?
Trespassing.
That's not
Okay.
how trespassing law works.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I'm
Corporal.
sorry you disagree, but that's what the contact's for.
That really sucks that you think that.
Okay.
But
So
I
with
haven't
this being
committed a
said-
crime.
Okay. So I'm telling you what we're
You
doing.
need a crime to get my
Okay.
ID. Well, I
Okay.
don't really
Okay.
care.
So it's been explained
I'm
to you.
not
You're
trying to
outside.
be a
Okay.
jerk.
If you know the owners and they're letting you stay here,
Right.
let me call them to confirm.
Go ahead. I'm
What's
not
their-
giving you any
okay.
number. It's 2 a.m. If you want, the
So
only
go
thing
ahead,
I will
but I
do.
can't call them. I
The
don't
only
understand
thing I
what's
will
going
do for you is I will open that building. I have the codes. I'm the GC here.
on. Okay.
I'm not doing
Just
it.
because you have access to the building doesn't mean you have authority to be here after hours.
Okay, well, or you can we can wait here until 7 a.m. when the superintendent gets here. Right,
Right
and
now,
this
you are
isn't
the one
reasonable. I'm not
prolonging
doing
the
anything.
stop.
I'm not doing anything wrong. No,
And right
because
now,
you guys could get in
you are
your
the
car
one
and leave.
prolonging the stop.
You could let me go, which is the right thing. That's what right now
Once
you're
we
violating my
identify you,
rights
that very
by
well
having me
may
in
be.
here and having me out here, and I haven't committed a crime.
I can't say anything about trespassing, but Bradley is clearly guilty of hurting the cops' feelings. The cops huddle up so they can use their one combined brain cell, after which Tafoya informs Bradley about the sham charges they came up with.
If you ask
We'll
me,
do another avenue.
if you ask me,
We'll be right back, Brad. Don't stress it.
about ready to piss these off me.
So we are being advised that the parking lot we're on actually has been recently developed and belongs to the church right over there. So we're
Really?
getting in contact with the church owners and see if they wish to pursue any trespassing charges. The other thing too is I also have probable cause for an open marijuana container in your vehicle. And we do have a city
There's
ordinance.
marijuana in my.
We have a
Vehicle.
city ordinance that does not allow camping on city property or within city limits.
I'm not camping.
So
I'm watching
I
my
would like to
rules.
let you know that I do have probable cause for at least 2 of those 3 charges once we get a hold of the owner.
Not true.
If they choose to pursue trespassing charges, I can charge you with that as well.
You can trespass
At
me
this
and
time,
I can leave.
I would like to leave it up to you whether you would like to identify yourself.
You let go and you go on your way. That's the only.
Are you willing to identify yourself?
There is no other answer except no.
Well, I will be charging you with open container.
You're going to charge me with open container.
Do you have your driver's license on you or is it in your vehicle?
So am I under arrest?
Yes.
I am under arrest?
Yes.
Okay. It's right there in my door.
And what is your first name, sir?
Bradley. Bradley. I still haven't committed a crime.
And what is your middle name?
My last name is Conley.
What is your middle name?
C-O-N.
Alright, and before I put you in there, I do have to search you. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me?
Nope,
No needles, nothing like that? Okay. You're in custody, so you don't have to consent.
Was that in the front?
Nope.
And that's America, everyone, where you can get arrested for nothing after you've been working your butt off all day. Eventually, the cops contacted the parking lot's owners and solicited a trespass, because initially there wasn't any complaint to the police, so the cops had to let him go.
I'm not sure what my corporal told them. I wasn't with him when he called them.
You guys can't. Send you a complaint, you guys. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. It's okay. Don't pull my pants down.
That's a very good dog you have done, sir.
Yeah, I know it is. What you guys just did is very ugly. And thousands of people will be calling the department, I promise. And I've said that before, and people don't understand. But what you just did, that's garbage, man. You can't solicit a trespass. I bet I'm not even trespassed. And I know the owner of this whole entire property very well. I deal with him every day.
Apparently not, because I spoke with the property owner of this property, and he does not know you.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Would you take the handcuffs off so I can get on my way?
So, Dressel, did we put his property in the
Your
vehicle?
phone and the change that we count in your pockets.
Of course it is.
In the
Come
bed
down
of
in
the
the
truck.
morning and FOIA request these body cams. Everything that you said, keep them on.
They are on, sir.
Yeah, I know they are.
So I'm gonna remove the handcuffs, and I need you to
Remove
keep.
them.
I need you to keep your
I
hands
know
behind.
what to do. Quit giving me directives, please. I'm not doing anything unlawful.
And I'll need you to keep your
You're
hands
doing
behind
this
your
to a
back
citizen.
until
Oh, I know,
tell you
I
can
am.
relax. Keep your hands behind your back for me.
I don't have to do what you say.
All right, so now since you know you're not allowed here, we're going to ask you to leave.
I'll see you tomorrow. Work. Get me there.
After the incident, Bradley sought legal counsel, and his charges of trespass and open marijuana container were dropped. Bradley intends to file a civil rights lawsuit against all the officers who were at that scene, and the odds are that he'll be taking home millions of dollars in damages. Cops can also be ruthless at times, just like these next ones who were unable to take down a suspect using non-lethal, so they decided to go the other route.
Taser.
To arrest 3 Americans for saying, you better back off.
It's rare to see a police officer held accountable for wrongdoing, but today we'll show you shocking cases where corrupt cops were caught red-handed and punished for their crimes. Especially this first one where 3 fully grown officers bullied and then man. On October 23, 2024, Charlotte County police officers arrived in Sandy Pine Drive on a disturbance call. 42-year-old Elroy Clark called to inform that a tenant on his property was acting erratically. When officers did a background check on Elroy, they found that he had an outstanding warrant. That's when things started to get out of hand.
Hey, come here. Come here. Elroy. It is. It is. You got a warrant for your Gino. You got a warrant for your arrest. Listen. Calm down. No one's calm down. Don't listen to that man. Take off your glasses. What is your name? It's okay. What's your name? Take off. I told you. It's Ben Day. It's not Ben Day. I got your picture pulled up, man. That is not Elroy. That is not me. How are you going to tell me who I am? I got proof. I got your picture. That's proof? I have your ID. I have your ID. That's shit. You shit in your hands. In your ID, your car. Calm down. You're on my land. You're telling me to calm down? You got a warrant for your arrest. I've been here peacefully making things happen in my world, in my space. I'm allowed to do that. I haven't troubled anyone. There's been no crime. There's no crime. It's a civil matter, and I said leave. That's all that matters. Put your hands behind your back. Listen, it's a civil matter. Or it's accessory. I am calm, and it's not about to be. It's not about to be. I want to stay calm.
Obviously, Clark was upset that he had a warrant. That's understandable. But the main thing was that he was unarmed.
If you fail to comply with what I just said, put your hands behind your back. Listen, I don't take orders from you. Listen, you're about to get tased. For what? You have a warrant for your arrest. I do not have a warrant. Put your hands behind your back. I am Ben Day. Who's the warrant for? For you. For who? For you. Who's who? Who's you? Listen. Who's you? Put your hands behind your back. I am Ben Day. Do you hear what I said? Do you have an ID? I am Ben Day. I own my property. I'm not operating. I don't know what that is. You're about to get tased. I'm not. Yeah. You're going to tase me on my land. No, hey, do not touch me. Put your hands behind you. Do not touch me. I'm telling you, do not touch me. I'm going to tase you. Tase me. It's going to get hot in this bitch. And I'm telling you, it's going to get hot. I'm telling you, it's going to get hot. I don't care. Go ahead. I'm going to tase you. All right. Put your hands behind your back. Listen. Put your hands behind your back. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Go ahead. Don't touch me, though. You're not touching me. Hey, what business for me? They're all safety. Taser.
After multiple commands, both officers deploy their tasers on Clark. His body is almost frozen in place. Now this was the time to tackle him and handcuff him. But what does the officer do? Well, see for yourself.
Get on the ground.
I gave you everything in this nice street. On the ground, please. I gave you everything. On the ground. I gave you everything. Stay on the ground. Do not touch me. If you touch me, you're gonna see something you don't want to see. Elroy, come on.
Get on the ground.
Come on. Are you
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Let's make this peaceful. This is peace and love. This is peace and love. Come on, Elroy. This is peace and love. Get on the ground. Peace and love. Just get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Don't touch me. Elroy. Come on. I'm not Elroy. What is your name again? I'm that guy.
He pepper sprays him, but is still unable to take him down. Clark was pretty resilient, but even now he had no ability to harm the cops. He was outnumbered and didn't even have any shoes on. Now this is where we see that Clark actually obeyed the commands. He was told to put his hands behind his back, which he did, but he was still continuously being tased by the third officer who arrived on scene. He was tased so much that he had to fight to break free.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stay down. Stay down.
You need a shot, motherfucker. I'm telling you. You need a fucking shot. That's the word. Get on the ground. That's the word. You're incompetent.
Get on the ground. What? Not legally. Not right now. No one's gonna get murdered.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hey, shut up! Get on the ground.
That's my brother. Hey, come on. It's a civil matter. Get on the ground.
This is a beanbag. This is a beanbag. You don't want this. Trust me.
All right, you know what?
Listen, get on the ground. You don't want this. You'll get water later. You'll get water later. You can get on the ground now. Bummer, food.
At this point, the officers brought out a bigger non-lethal, but Clark was just asking for water. He was clearly tired and wanted to surrender.
Less lethal, less lethal, less lethal. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
I know. Get on the fucking ground, dude. Get
on the ground.
Officers fired non-lethals, which were a severe source of pain for Clark, so much so that he darted to an officer for cover. Little did he know that this officer would unload his service weapon into him.
Get on the ground. Deep breath, deep breath. In, out. In. Hey, look at me. No. Come on, face this way, deep breath. Deep, no, me.
I'm good.
Okay. I'm good. I know. Deep breath. I want to hear deep breaths. Like that. One more. Come on. I didn't say enough. Come on. Hey, just show him. Hey, stop. Come on. It's okay. Come on. didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
Alex, I got you. Come on. I got you.
How lethal was Clark's dash going to be? The use of the officer's service weapon was unwarranted. He should not have done that. It was 3 against a 42-year-old who was tased, pepper sprayed, tackled, and beaten.
As you can see, they tried everything they could. They used every piece of tool they had in their non-lethal toolbox. But in the end, Mr. Clark's decision to attack Magoon, he made that lethal decision.
Clark passed away in the hospital. This was a miscarriage of justice, nothing more. The sheriff may try to defend his deputy, but even he knew he was wrong when he shot an unarmed man. This next case follows a group of auditors visiting the same location where their buddy was arrested just 5 days ago for cursing at Captain Colin Lillard, a Dover marshal. Freedom of speech is in the Constitution, and nobody was going to stop these guys from expressing their rights. And by the end of this case, you'll see why this guy is a total piece of...
You didn't ask me that. You didn't ask that business. Just get out. I'm telling you.
It's all the same building. We're at the Dover City Hall. The Dover Marshal building is the same building. We're gonna go in here, try to talk to the chief or assistant chief and make some FOIA requests. And then we're gonna do a little interview with some people that got arrested right here in front of the marshals. And then I have a little surprise for us.
Oh, there he is. He's right there. You want to come talk to us?
Hey,
Come on
can you talk? Hey, here's the chief. He's on the other side of that door right there. Oh, now we just tried to wave him out here to talk to us, but he doesn't want to, apparently.
He don't got nothing to say.
What did he say just a second ago when we were trying to get him to come out and talk? Why didn't he come out and talk?
Chief's gone.
Oh, is that the assistant chief, though?
I'm not gonna listen to y'all. Y'all are bullying.
We're asking a question. Is that the assistant chief? Is that okay? That's all. How is that bullying? By asking who that was. That's not bullying. You're bullying right now.
The whole government building was filled with spineless goons that obeyed all the commands Lillard asked them to. Lillard himself was too scared to come out and talk. The auditors weren't holding guns, they were holding cameras, and that's what he feared more.
So I'm over there with Garrett. We are filing a Freedom of Information Act request to get all the cameras. These guys are just kind of hanging out across the street, and tell me what happened.
Well, we walked out of the Mexican restaurant, and he rolls up to my truck. It says, hey, Arkansas State Code says that you can't have letters no bigger than ½ an inch on my window.
What?
And then he flipped him off.
And he told me, so be careful, you're doing that in public space again. He goes, you'll go back to jail. He goes, don't worry, baby, I got that for $160.
Oh, dude, he's about to see my signs a lot bigger than your finger.
I'll help you carry them. I don't.
Yeah, he's a little aggressive right now, so I don't want to step over there.
Dude, well, I just tried to get him to come talk to me, and he wouldn't.
Oh, he's not going to.
So, Captain Lillard wants to double down. He arrests a guy for saying the F word. He says inside the city hall, so he arrests him. Apparently, he's never heard of Cohen versus California. He then sees the guy a week later, and he flips the cop off. He flips off the captain, and Captain Lillard says, "You better quit using that middle finger in public. You're about to go to jail again." This was today, actually. So here we are. Let's see if he wants to take me to jail.
This was a bold move by the auditor. This was bound to hurt the fragile ego of the captain. Keep in mind, distasteful as it is, expressing your constitutionally protected rights isn't a crime.
I never touched your car, son. I never touched your car, son. I'm not gonna have to do shit, son.
Huh?
I'm not doing shit.
Okay, don't you touch the car.
I never touched it.
Matter of fact, just go ahead and step away from it.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
You're a coward, by the way.
Yeah.
You arrest people for saying.
Well, you know what? It's disorderly conduct.
No,
if
it's
you say
not.
it in the right context.
No, it's not.
In the right place.
No, it's not. Dude, I promise you it's not. Can I tell you a couple things that?
Well, listen,
I
know the case law on it. Okay?
Oh, what is it then? Well, then why'd you arrest someone over it if you know the case
it's
law?
in a public place.
It's
okay?
allowed to be. Cohen versus
All right.
California was in a city hall. Cohen versus California was in a city hall. You dumbass. You ignorant piece of shit who arrests free Americans for saying. Who arrests free Americans for saying.
Buddy,
you better back off. Get out of my face. Get out of my face, you
Dude, I'm here. You're here.
You step to me. You step to me. You have bad breath. Get out of my face.
Nice, ain't it?
You're a coward little bitch. You are a coward, anti-American bitch.
You don't even
You're
know.
anti-freedom. You ain't
Hey, why do y'all hate? Why y'all hate on
You ain't
cops?
nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Because you don't follow the law. I gave you.
He first came out aggressively at the auditor, but when he realized that he was outnumbered and more than 5 cameras were recording footage he'd have to answer to in court, he started laughing and smiling like it was a joke.
Hey, listen, you just turn that off and talk to me normal. I'm
No.
I
don't do off the
making
record
you.
stuff.
I'm not making you a YouTube video. Thanks. No.
What?
I'll talk to you. I don't want to talk to a YouTube video.
Well, but then you're gonna say things that I can't verify.
Dude, I'll talk to you. If you don't trust me, you got no business talking to me anyway. If you think I'm.
Well, why would honestly? Why would I trust you when you already infringed on a citizen's rights already?
Dude, it's
Why'd you
hey,
do that?
Hey, that's a one-on-one
Why'd
conversation.
you still do that?
It's a one-on-one conversation.
Because you're a
here.
tyrant?
You want to come in?
Sure.
Because you're trash? Yeah, you just did that to try to intimidate the public. That's all you did it for.
Lillard thought he could single out the least aggressive of the bunch, but he was oh so wrong if he thought he was the one to easily back down.
Can you tell me if you believe that it was disorderly conduct?
Oh yeah,
Freedom of speech.
I wouldn't have arrested him if he wouldn't have been disorderly. Here, I'll show you the law on it if you like.
I've read the law extensively.
Okay, well, then,
I'm familiar with it.
Well, recite it to me.
I said I'm familiar with
Well,
it.
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
This is your job. You tell me about. You tell me.
Let's
about
pull it up. If you. Why don't you want to know the law?
I do know the law.
Okay, well let's look it up. Okay. But
So did you have any prior interactions with Mr. Duos or his brothers?
Dude, I'm not here for your video, man. You turn your video out, I'll talk to you. I don't listen. I'm not interested in you putting these out, trying to make money off of it or whatever it is y'all do.
This is more about accountability of public officials. Yeah. This isn't about trying to shame you. It's not. He is.
Yeah, he is for sure.
I assure you that. And honestly, if you give me a reason to not,
I don't know you guys. Like I'm like singling people out to try to mess with their lives. Arkansas Law 571-207-3 in a public place uses abusive or obscene language or makes an obscene gesture in a manner likely to provoke a violent or disorderly response.
Eventually, Lillard couldn't get his brainwashing through to this auditor, so he had to lead him out of his office.
No profanity. That offends me.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, well, no, do you want to learn something?
It offends me.
Hey,
not while I'm looking
look
at it.
up. Okay, then don't look at it.
Are offending.
Here you go. I got it down so you can't see it. Are you okay? So look up Cohen versus California on your computer.
I don't have time to do that. I'm trying to.
Well, then you'll see what I'm doing completely legal, and you being offended doesn't stop it from being legal. So I'm just trying to teach you something.
Willard probably saw the commotion in the office and came as fast as he could to get back at the auditors.
Okay. I'm not doing anything.
Here you go.
Listen, Cohen versus California.
They're trying to work in here.
Cohen
They're trying to work in here.
Do not touch me.
Well,
do not touch me. Cohen versus California was inside City Hall. That's what I'm doing.
Well, go do it in California, man.
No, that's a Supreme Court case rule for the whole United States, bro. Okay. Don't touch me. Get the out of my face, too.
Dude. Okay, see, that's what just got this last guy.
Do it.
In jail.
Do it.
I mean, we got ladies here that are not law enforcement.
It doesn't matter. It's free speech, bro. Freedom. Learn it. It's freedom. Get out of people's face. You're making a bigger scene than I ever was. Get out of here.
You're up here harassing these ladies.
I wasn't. I walked in and she freaked out. Otherwise, I wasn't going to say anything to her. She freaked out. All I was trying to say, nicely, I said, look up Cohen versus California. Nicely.
Is this what you need to have meaning in your life? Really?
He just couldn't get the law through the thick ego of his. And eventually, Lillard was about to make another mistake.
Stop touching me. It's on 5 cameras.
How about if you just step back a little
How about you? Stop getting in my face.
Dude, I can get anywhere.
If you kiss me, I'll make out with you so much harder than you make out with me. I will give you so much tongue if you do. Come here, baby. Come here, handsome.
Touch me.
Give me a kiss. Give me a little kiss. Loser.
I told you to leave me alone. You guys ain't intimidating.
Hey, guess what?
We're not here to intimidate. We're here to
I-
You may not. We're here to educate.
Why did you arrest him? Hey, well, why did you arrest him? Hey, Dillard, why'd you arrest him?
Well, those were some really unconventional tactics to de-escalate the situation. That's all I can say. But Lillard was about to make a grave mistake.
Thank you. All right, what's your name?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, well, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Disorderly. You get what you wanted.
How am I disorderly? How am I disorderly? How am I disorderly?
Y'all get premium YouTube.
How am I disorderly?
Huh? Using foul language in public place.
I'm allowed to, dude.
Yeah, okay, well, I just talked to the prosecutor. He feels different.
Well, he doesn't know. And you're about to get yourself a lot of trouble, brother.
Well, gladly. There you go.
In the books.
There you go.
What's the next step?
Prosecutor will be in the same boat as you. Hey, you might want to be a little more gentle on him than you would with me. Yeah.
Dude, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. You just shoved me in the doorway. You're gonna come on. We're not gonna do that.
Dude, we're doing mental arrest. You guys ain't getting up here in the middle while I'm trying to work. Get out the door now.
I ain't outside the door. I'm outside the door.
Now you guys get out. I've had enough.
Hey, don't
out. Come on. We're doing mental arrest. You guys ain't getting up here in the middle while I'm trying to work. Get out the door now. We're doing mental arrest. You guys ain't getting up here in the middle while I'm trying to work. Get out the door now.
I ain't outside the door. I'm outside the door.
Now you guys get out. I've had enough.
Hey, don't
touch me.
I'm trying to work here.
You ain't working. Dude, back off. Back up. You're being a punk bitch.
Request medical. Request medical. Don't say a word. Not another word.
Yeah.
Back up.
Dover's fixing to be on, brother. I told you not to mess with me. Hope y'all ready for that one. I want your phone too, ma'am. You did that while you was on duty.
I got his phone. I guess I'll just give it to him. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Peace though. No following, screaming in cars.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep it peaceful.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So I just reported an assault to the Pope County Sheriff, and he drove away.
While some citizens just sit back and let cops bully them around, others put them in their place.
Yeah, he'll be there.
If you want to take it to court, I'll be there.
Will you tell the truth in court, or are you gonna lie like you're lying now?
Swear to firm.
Scumbag piece of shit. Dude, I have 100 videos of you guys doing that. You don't get in trouble, you're a liar.
I don't want to take you to jail tonight. Okay.
We told
but
you that.
if you're going to push my buttons, we'll go straight to jail. I'm not kidding with you, okay?
It's not often we see cops meet their match, but when that happens, it's really entertaining to watch. Just like in this first one where an ex-cop gets pulled over and absolutely shreds the officers.
Pull up to the next intersection and make a right. He's yelling at me over the loudspeaker. I wonder what I was doing. What is with the siren? He got on his loudspeaker and said, go to the next intersection and take a right. Oh, man, I can't win. Well, I'm trying to just go about my day here. Here you go. Here's your heroes. Here we go.
You roll your window down for me, please? I just wanted you to pull off the road at the next intersection. I didn't want you to come all the way up to Pasco County.
Is this not the next intersection?
No, sir. There's about 5 driveways you could have pulled into.
Well, I thought you meant the intersection here. I apologize.
I said the next intersection. There was a community there you could have pulled into. And I pull people over all the time to pull in there. There's an open field right there you could have pulled into. There's many places.
Just a misunderstanding, sir.
The driver being questioned is ex-cop John Philax, who is now an auditor. We can see that John clearly followed orders, but even then this cop was upset. As an ex-cop, John knew exactly how to handle this situation.
Can you roll your window all the way down for me, please?
Why?
For officer safety.
Sir, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm recording everything.
Okay.
Okay, here's my hands.
I'd like you to roll your window down, please.
Sir, I don't feel safe.
You don't feel safe?
I do not.
Would you like me to get another deputy so you have 2 law enforcement
I'll
officers?
feel less safe if there's 2 of you here.
How would you not feel safe with police officers here?
I could explain it, sir, but you're not going to believe me. So here's my license, which I'm required to give you. Here you go. And here's my insurance, which I'm required to give you.
I need you to put your window down, sir.
Sir, I'm not required to by law.
Yes, you are, sir.
I am not.
I'm gonna check
I've been through this many times.
Okay, please put your window down.
I don't feel safe. So here's my hands. They're going to be on the steering wheel.
I need your registration also.
Okay.
Could you send me 94, please?
Why am I being stopped?
For speeding, sir. You slid right past me and you were going 65 miles an hour. It's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Okay. Here's everything I got.
Okay.
And here's my hands, okay?
You want to tell me
oh, wait, here's it.
With rolling your window down?
Here's everything I got. Here's all my paperwork. I'd rather just remain silent.
John was well versed in the law. You only have to present the paperwork to the officer. You aren't required by law to answer any of their questions. The officer was getting really impatient for not having his way.
I'm going to say this one more time. I remain silent. I don't answer questions. And that's it. Do what you have to do. I've given you everything I'm legally obligated to do.
Do you have any firearms in the car, sir?
I don't answer questions.
No, you need to answer that question, sir.
I don't answer questions, sir.
Sir, do you have a firearm in your car?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Are you some sort of sovereign citizen or something?
No, I'm not, and that's defamation.
I'm sorry? I'm asking you a question. I'm not telling you.
No, sir, I do not work for the police. I do not work for the police.
No, I didn't ask you that.
Well, that's what a sovereign citizen is.
No, sir.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Sovereign citizen is somebody who doesn't think that the law applies to them.
Sir, I've given you everything I'm required to give you by law. What are you talking about?
I'm just,
You're just making stuff up now.
I've been polite.
I've been polite to you too, sir, and I've given you everything I'm required to give you by law, and I've done everything I'm required to do by law.
All right, I also need your telephone number.
No.
Okay.
He's totally lying. I was not going 65 miles an hour. I had my cruise set on like 54. Here you go. I'm a sovereign citizen because I'm obeying the law. He's violating the law, trying to get me to incriminate myself, asking me questions I don't have to answer. He thinks I have to answer him because he's the sovereign citizen who has a badge. He's called back up because I won't roll my window down, which I'm not required to do. All traffic stops can be done with the window rolled up.
John even carried around the exact laws and their reference numbers with him.
8.14. I'm not required to sign. 3.8.14. I'm not required to hand you my license, even though I do it, because if you don't, they'll get violent with you. Thus, I'm not opening my window. I gave him the courtesy. I opened my window. I did everything I'm required to do by law. And he's lying. I was not going 65 miles per hour. So here we go. Now another fucking court battle. This is unbelievable. So I'm traveling in a safe manner, doing about 54 miles per hour. He lies and says I'm doing 65. So he'll lie in court and say I'm doing 65, which is a bald-faced lie. He'll have no proof to back it up, but the judge will believe him because he has a costume and they all work together. This is how this works. Now, he's got guns and tasers and everything, but he's scared. And I told him I didn't feel safe rolling down the window, and he says he's gonna bring a second deputy, and as if that's gonna make me feel safe. That makes me feel less safe. And here he comes now. Let's watch him.
This situation was obviously frustrating for John. Nobody likes to be penalized for doing everything right. John's patience was about to end.
I'm citing you for speeding. Like I said, it was 65 and a 50.
That's not true, but okay.
You have.
I have my cruise set. I have my cruise set on 54, and I have a dash cam. You see that, right?
All right. So anyway,
that's fine. Okay.
$43 fine, and you have 30 days to take care of it. Thank you.
And you're going to be in court.
Drive safely.
Yeah, he'll be there.
If you want to take it to court, I'll be there.
Will you tell the truth in court, or are you going to lie like you're lying now?
Swearing up firm.
Scumbag, piece of shit. Fuck off. You too, piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. You fucking piece of shit. What? What's my deal? Armed men stop me and steal my money? You call that freedom? Are you armed? Or are you stupid?
You're talking about us?
Yeah, you! Armed men!
I don't get any of that money.
You don't get any of that money? Where's your paycheck come from?
It doesn't come from citations. It comes from county taxpayers.
Right. I pay you to steal my money, correct?
I didn't take that money. It's not my money.
Who's initiating the theft of the money? The armed men who are stopping me on the road, traveling freely down the road, trying to go about my day. You're going to steal money from my face. Yeah, just shake your head because you know it's true. It's not true that you are... Hey, buddy. For me, I was going 54 miles an hour. I had my cruise control on. Your guy's a liar. Good cops don't let bad cops do bad things. So you're not a good cop either. Sir, are you kidding me? So the sovereign citizen judge and the sovereign citizen cop who work together all the time, is he going to have evidence I was going that fast, or is he going to be hearsay?
He will.
No, he won't. He'll just say, I saw John, and the judge will believe him. Bro, you're a sovereign citizen. He's a sovereign citizen. You guys violate the traffic law nonstop. I have about 100 videos of you guys violating traffic laws, and you're armed hypocrites coming here with guns trying to steal my money. How come he didn't make me sign it? All of a sudden he realizes what the law is. And he tried to tell me I have to answer his questions. He's a liar. I know I don't have to sign it. He tried to tell me I have to answer his questions. No, I don't have to answer anything. I don't have to answer any questions. You guys are liars. You're a sovereign citizen.
He's trying to make sure that you get your citation. That's all it is. He's trying to make
And I gave him everything he needed, and he insisted I still needed to answer his questions. He's a liar, just like you. Okay.
I don't understand why you're so negative towards law enforcement.
Because law enforcement take human suffering and turn it into cash. You guys don't do anything productive. How is stealing my family's money?
Stole your car today and drove away. Who would you call?
If I called the cops, and they wouldn't do any good. Because first of all, you rarely recover anything. You rarely prevent any. No, it is true. I'm a police accountability activist for about 20 years now. I've been following you.
How many cases have you followed up on in Hillsborough County and District 1 lately?
How many bad cops have you arrested?
4 for 6 this month.
How many bad cops have you arrested?
4 for 6 this month.
How many bad cops have you? See, you won't answer that. How many bad cops have you arrested? How many cops breaking the law have you arrested, pulled over, given citations to?
Personally, 1. I've only been here 6 years.
You arrested a cop. For what?
Domestic.
Oh, he was in a private capacity? How about when he's in his official capacity?
He wasn't committing a crime. He beat him.
How many cops who break traffic laws have you pulled over? 0. Okay. So cops don't break traffic laws? Non-stop. You guys don't follow the law. You guys don't follow the law because you're sovereign citizens.
We actually have GPS in our cars that actually gets us in trouble. If we're speeding for any reason, it sends a...
See, I have 100 videos of you guys doing that. You don't get in trouble. You're a liar. Oh my God, what a liar. Yeah, complain to the cops and then they investigate. The cops investigate themselves.
Just make sure you give them all your information. That way you
I did.
And you can get out of here quick.
And I did. And I gave him everything he wanted. He wanted more than I was required to give him.
That's fine.
No, it's not fine. It's not fine that you ask for more than I'm required to give you. That's disingenuous, uncredible, and it's not. I feel that way.
The cops definitely regretted pulling this guy over. I don't even think their chief ever spoke to them like that. That's exactly how these tyrants should be put in their place. As the man said in his own words, he'll be taking this to court. Let me know in the comments if you want to see an update on this. This next cop crashed his car, and officers found a vodka bottle in his passenger seat. On November 16, 2022, IMPD officers investigated a car crash in Ohio, and the driver involved was their own Sergeant Peter Feckes.
I guess until he pulls it out, it's rubber on rubber. Yeah, you can see it's bent. Can you give me a statement about it? Briefly, what happened though? What did you see?
So we're checking for spots over here, where you roll up on him and he has his car on. He slumped over. We knocked on the window and he just wasn't waking up.
Okay.
Refusing to get out of the car and all that. So, and then obviously smoking alcohol. So,
did he make any statements to you, anything like that?
No, he couldn't talk. He was like just mumbling.
He's mumbled?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get to see his eyes, anything like that?
No. I just smelled it.
Okay. Was there anything in the vehicle? Like you see, like on the floorboard and the set cup holder?
He has that bottle of vodka in the vehicle that we observed.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I think
I
you're
don't know how
right.
much
I
is
just
in
saw
it.
a
I
bottle
didn't
of
look.
vodka next to him.
You had a bottle of vodka next to him?
Yeah, it was right next to him. Yeah.
Okay, in the seat.
Kind of like, it's big enough where it covered the seat and like floor.
I see what you're saying.
I saw cans, but I don't think that's alcohol. I think it's like energy drinks or whatnot.
Okay, I'll figure it out in a minute. He's in that vehicle?
Yeah. That's our guy on duty, like normal duty. Yeah. Because we're doing the event. Did you need OH3s from us? We're the ones that discovered it.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. If you could write me out something on there and then contact information for you all and who you are so I can get in touch with you about it. All right?
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
From what we can tell, the sergeant was in hot waters. The State Highway Patrol found him in a miserable condition. And here I thought cops would know not to drink and drive. The officer then talks to Feckes himself.
All right, man, I'm Trooper Garner. How's it going? All right, you're going to come out here with me. You're going to have a seat in my car, okay? I want to talk to you. What's going on tonight? Step out here with me. We're going to have a seat in my car, okay? I want to talk to you.
Hey, brother, talk to him so he can
come on, man.
do as much as he can.
You have my phone.
Yeah, we got it. No, we're
Feckes didn't even seem to understand where he was. His lack of responses made the questioning officer more and more annoyed. Eventually, the officers would conduct field sobriety tests.
Let him talk to you.
That's all we need.
No, I need you to step out.
Come on.
Come on.
No?
Yes.
Hey, bud.
Look.
We talked about this earlier.
I'm going to tell you.
When you got here, you were going to cooperate with him. I know you wasn't with me, but you're going to with him.
I don't want to take you to jail tonight, okay?
And we told you that.
But if you're going to push my buttons, we'll go straight to jail. I'm not kidding with you, okay? I understand what's going on. I can smell it come from your breath. I already know what's going on.
I'm not pushing buttons.
You're starting to push my buttons already. If you're going to be compliant, be compliant. If not, we can go to jail. And you can figure it out later, okay? I'm trying to be polite with you, but you're not wanting to look me in the eye. You're not even wanting to speak to me. Ask you your name, you just look down. Okay.
Peter Feckes.
Peter Feckes? Feckes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm Trooper Gardner.
Yes.
I'm Trooper Gardner. All right, I'm gonna have you step out with me, or we're gonna go back to my patrol car, okay? So please step out. Because I can have them transport you to jail, and I can just meet you there. It doesn't matter to me, okay? So would you like to step out now? Come on, man.
Stick with him.
Just work with me.
Stick with him.
Just work with me, okay? All right, step out, man. All right, I'm gonna take a look at your eyes. Is that all right? Something we wanted to do? No?
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna take a look at your eyes. Is that okay? Is that something you're willing to do? Okay, well, I'm gonna put your feet together for me. All right. See the tip of my pen?
Okay,
If it is something you're willing to do? Okay, look. Predicated on whether or not you take any test or anything is not how I determine.
Yeah, but these are SFSTs.
Correct.
Right.
I'm going to explain it to you real quick, though, okay? Whether or not you refuse it is not predicated on whether or not you go to jail. Your attitude determines that with me, okay? I'll be upfront with you. As long as you're polite and cooperative, I'll work with you to get you home, okay? But if you're going to be a pain to me,
I'm not being a pain.
Let me finish. If you're going to be a pain about stuff and not let me do my job, we'll just go to jail and I'll solve the problem for myself. That's how I do it, okay? So if you don't want to take this, you don't have to. You know that legally, as the rest of us do here. I have to offer it to you. I have to try to do what I can do, okay? I clearly see that you've been drinking. I can smell it on your breath.
Okay.
All right? I can see your red shot, bloodshot, and glassy eyes. They found you slumped over the wheel. I'm just trying to do my due diligence and check. You don't have to, but if you do, that's all I'm trying to do. So it's entirely up to you whether or not that's something you want to do, okay? It's entirely up to you. I'm asking. Is that something you want to do or no? No? Okay. So here's a, do you have problems with your shoulders or anything? No. You do what? No. Okay. Because you're cuffed in the front. I know you're a bigger guy. Probably have a hard time trying to get behind your back. No. I'm going to have my cuffs on you instead. You got anything on you to prove it, poke me or cut me? Alright, I'm telling you right now, you're under arrest for operating a vehicle impaired tonight, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before advice and before asking any questions.
Feckes was placed on administrative duty while an investigation went underway. Feckes joined the department in February 2002, and now the veteran officer faces 3 misdemeanor charges. Decertification is also on the line. But this drunk cop wasn't half as bad as the next one, who ended up taking a life due to her drinking habits. On March 1st, 2025, the Richland Police Department were called to a traffic collision in Village Parkway, Washington. When officers arrived at the scene, they were met with a gruesome sight. A motorcyclist had crashed into an SUV.
I'm just getting here, so I know you already answered some questions from the other guys, but generally what happened? And
So I went and picked up a Domino's pizza.
Okay.
I was turning left from here. I live right over
Okay.
there on Wild Canyon Way.
Okay.
I saw what I thought was a car with one headlight out.
Okay.
Right just past where the reflective sign is, that white one.
Okay, sure.
And so I was already slowing in the turn lane and saw him there, and I was like, I got enough time.
Okay.
I turned, and as soon as I turned, just felt the boom.
Okay. So as you're turning, you thought he was further away?
No,
Is
he
that
was
right?
definitely past that reflective sign
Okay,
when I saw him.
Okay.
And then I think I just, like I say, I thought it was a car with a headlight out. Didn't
Okay.
realize it was a motorcycle. I didn't realize the rate of speed
Okay.
they were going at.
So you think he was going pretty quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Because from that reflective sign, it's kind of, I live here, so
Sure.
that's always my general rule. If they're past that sign, then you got plenty of time if you're already slowing to turn in.
Gotcha.
And
So you know, based on making this turn and numerous times,
Yeah.
that you know how to judge that distance.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, good to go. Okay. All right. So you're probably aware we're just gonna run this like normal. So I'm just
Mhm.
gonna run you through some voluntary field sobriety tests if you're willing to. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do any.
Okay. All right. What about the PBT? You willing to do voluntary PBT?
I don't want to do any tests
Okay.
based on the
Okay.
This is Officer Sarah Klassen of the Washington State Police, and after hitting a biker head-on at full speed, she just casually refuses field sobriety tests. The officer questioning her noticed that she reeked of alcohol. The officer then had Sarah write a statement.
I'll be honest with you, I would love to rule out impairment, but without the fields, it is hard to rule that out. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's voluntary. I won't ask you again, but there may always be that question
Yeah.
down the road.
I just rather not.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand, but I know how it goes too. So.
Yeah. What do you mean? You know how it goes?
Even if there's a little, if I had a glass of wine earlier or something like that, I just don't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I definitely don't feel impaired. I don't feel like there was impairment as an issue. I
Did you have a glass of wine earlier?
not gonna answer it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You just mentioned if. So-
If I would have, yeah, or had, yeah, but yeah.
No. I think she has something on board.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Is there-
we have to.
Is there going to be enough to
I-
get a search warrant?
So yeah, I'll write it. I mean, unless you want.
What changed?
So I was just studying her. She got a couple misspelled words on here.
Okay.
She wrote sigh, and she said 100 feet. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. She estimated the distance between the guy on the motorcycle and her to be 100 feet, which that's way more than 100. That's 500 feet. She said she was almost through her turn when clearly she was at the very beginning of her turn. Her eyes are a little bit glassy, a little bit.
Those lights be?
But could be, but we got to err on the side of caution.
Okay.
I do not have a great sense of smell, but I think I smelled a little bit of odor of alcohol, enough for me to say. And then I told her, I'm like, hey, we just want to rule out impairment. And by you not doing it, I'm like, I'm not going to ask you again, but I'm like, we can't rule it out. And she's like, yeah, well, if I would have had a glass of wine earlier, I know how this goes. And I said, did you have a glass of wine earlier? And she said, I'm not going to do that. So
okay.
I think with everything, we have to. I mean,
Okay.
I will write the search warrant.
Well,
But yeah, I'm still recording. I'm still recording. I would have loved to have ruled it out. All right, so like I said, we were really trying to rule alcohol out. I'm not convinced that alcohol wasn't a factor. So right now you are under arrest, okay?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and put your hand behind your back. So we will be doing a search warrant for blood, okay? That way there will be no questions. What was that?
I was asking.
Oh. All right, we'll head back to my car over here.
It's clear that Sarah didn't realize the dire situation she was in when she laughed while the person who she hit was still getting CPR. The responding officer was very observant. He caught minute signs of her impairment and didn't even make it look like he was treating an officer. No charges have been placed against her at this time. The prosecution are waiting for blood results before moving forward, which could take months. And that's all for today. If you liked this video, subscribe to the channel to watch more content like this. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, you're definitely going to like this next video too.